Scentbird is a scam. Video by The Asher Show. Yeah, man, so I'm a big scent guy, big fragrance guy. You come around me, you might smell all different type of flavors. Tom Ford, goddamn, 1 in a million. God, well, that's on my wish list. Yeah, but anyway, you know, I was gonna try Scentbird so that I could experience new flavors. But now I'm hearing it's a scam. Damn, bro. They was about to take my $40.
I have to tell you a little bit about this video's sponsor, Scentbird.
Thank the sponsor of today's video, Scentbird.
This episode of Very Really Good is sponsored by Scentbird.
They have been a huge long-time supporter of this channel.
Scentbird is a fragrance subscription service.
They send you a sample of fragrance each month so you can try different colognes and perfumes.
Let me start by saying this video isn't sponsored by anyone, especially not Scentbird, which is interesting.
Oh,
because
shit.
At one point, they
I
really
thought he was
wanted
about to set it up.
Today we're talking about a company that markets itself as the Netflix of fragrances and spends millions on influencer ads and promises luxury scents for the price of a double Big Mac.
Yeah.
Once you actually break it down, the math, the products, the
They definitely spend a lot of money on ads, bro, because I'm always seeing Scentbird, Scentbird. Like JStew said, they almost had me at one point. Like, God damn.
Yeah.
Bro, all these different colognes, bro.
Yeah.
That
Sounded like a good deal.
what?
customer complaints of theft, and the insane CEO.
Oh,
You could heal yourself from any disease. I don't care if it's cancer. I don't care if it's AIDS. It could be whatever. But you could heal yourself in the span of under 7 days.
You start to realize this isn't just a deeply broken product.
With what, scents?
It's
Aromatherapy?
something much worse.
Okay, I like it that much, but
Sounds great.
Something
Here's
got the key to
pitch.
that.
You pay
Shit.
$14.95 a month, and
Don't
you
get
get
knocked
yourself
off, son.
an 8-milliliter fragrance bottle, and each month
You
you swap
stupid.
out the fragrance
Hold on, let me
cartridge.
get my
No
dummy.
commitment to full bottles, no blind regret, just designer fragrances delivered straight to your door. And that pitch worked. Scentbird exploded on YouTube. Beauty channels, commentary channels, lifestyle creators, even gaming channels, because nobody needs hygiene products more than sweaty gamers playing League of Legends. But most of these videos obviously aren't reviews, they're ads pretending to be opinions. And this is where I become an expert in this field. Because I, like many other people, have done a Scentbird sponsorship back in 2021. And every Scentbird ad sounds identical because they give you a script. They basically tell you what things you can and can't say. They talk about the fragrances that you shouldn't talk about, which phrases to describe the service, and how to end the ad read. Here, let me read some of these talking points. Scentbird is a fragrance subscription service that gives you the opportunity to shop for over 600 brands. It is a flexible subscription so you can skip any month without penalties. Scentbird lets you choose a new designer fragrance to try every month for $16. Every month you get to pick what you want to receive, so there are no surprises, etc., etc. And the reason I talk about this is because on paper, Scentbird sounds great, but influencers get paid to talk about all these great things, and they don't really get to experience all of the bad parts of the company. They don't deal with customer service, they don't deal with billing, they don't have to ever cancel. And that's like the #1 complaint everybody has about this company. The site says that you can cancel, however, this page or link does not appear on their website. There are plenty of options to get a discount, pause, or skip a membership, but if you want to cancel, you need to send an email. See, the consumers are the ones that have to deal with.
yeah. Sounds like a scam. Yeah, this has the structure of a scam, bro. You know, you buy their product and then you try to cancel, or you have any problems with the product, there's no one to contact. That sounds like a scam.
All of the bad parts of the company, and now I do too, because I'm going to show you exactly what I'm experiencing. But before I get into that, let's talk about the math. If you go on their site, you can see that it's $17.95 for 1 cent per month. For 2 fragrances, it's $14.25, and it's $13 if you want to get 3 fragrances per month. I got the 1, and Scentbird charged me $17.95 plus tax. $17.95 for 8 milliliters. That's like what, $2.24 per milliliter? That's that's pricey, especially when you compare it to other brands. For example, here we have Versace Eros, 100 milliliters. It's $88, so 88 cents per milliliter. How about Ferragamo F Black? For 100 milliliters is $60. You seeing a trend here? How about something a little more expensive? like the
Dolce.
Dolce & Gabbana The One, $63. That's 63 cents per milliliter instead of Scentbird prices that you're currently paying, which is $17.95 for the 8 milliliter vial. I could obviously go on, but you can see that
Wow.
you're spending 3 to 8 times more per milliliter for fragrances you can buy anywhere. The only time Scentbird really makes sense to buy is if you're getting something really niche. Like they even have a niche section. Like who's gonna buy Heretic Parfum Nosferatu? Actually, that's the one that I got. But seriously, who's trying these obscure brands?
Now let's talk about the physical product itself. The atomizer, I remember the previous version, it used to give a little dinky little spray. Something I noticed after using the 3 samples to completion. The atomizer would constantly get stuck inside the metal tube, and I've seen other people say the exact same thing. The best part is those atomizers were mass produced in China. You could buy them wholesale for 50 cents each. So you're paying luxury prices for dollar store products. But that's okay. That was the old version. They don't look like that anymore. This is what the new 2026 version looks like. And I have to say, it's even less cool. I even bought a second case thinking that it might be better quality than the free version that they give you like every single month. And no, they're identical. And I spent $16 for this. Take a look at this. This
Wow.
is what they look like. It's just a case and it pops open like this. And then you put the perfume inside. And then you twist to lock it or twist to open it. And then it sprays through that hole in the top. But I like the old lipstick version better. This feels just feels so cheap, and it rattles around in here. It doesn't fit properly.
Yeah. To try new fragrances. There's so many.
I mean, the boys trying to cut costs, bro.
They're a company at the end of the day.
And also, Nordstrom. Nordstrom is like Costco. They give away free samples all the time. And once you find something that you like, just buy the bottle, because at that point, in 2 to 3 months, you're saving money, and it's way less of a headache than getting a subscription plan with Scentbird.
I don't use cologne enough to even justify spending $17 a month for a brand new fragrance every single month. It's just too much.
It's that jacket. That jacket clean, boy.
One regular size cologne like this, something that I've had for 4 or 5 years, and there's still this much.
Kind of reminds me of that purple jacket that we wore for the Brother T.
A drugstore, and look, I can just fill it up like this, and it fills it up. Jeez, this really isn't a lot. I've given it 2 single puffs just to show you what it looks like, and look how much I've used already.
Scentbird claims to have over 600, 700 fragrances until you look closer, because if you browse by name, there's so many missing titles here, like Dior, Tom Ford. Okay, like, where's the Armani? None of it's here. You know what? Do they even have something simple like Ralph Lauren? They do not. So all they have is cheaper designer brands and private labels. So they're padding their inventory with brands that don't even show up in fragrance databases. Nice. Like imagine going on Netflix or Disney Plus and looking for a movie, and the only thing you're finding are Dixie D'Amelio TikToks. Like who cares if there's 700 of them? I don't even know what this is. And now let me talk about something that influencers really have to deal with, which is customer service. Scentbird currently has a D rating with the Better Business Bureau. It used to be F, so for some reason it's gone up. But as you can see, the D rating is because they have 418 complaints filed against the business, and the complaints include things like double billing, people not receiving their products, inability to cancel subscriptions, refunds that were never issued.
How are these companies still alive?
Any sort of contact with the company. A lot of customers even talk about how they had to cancel their credit cards so they wouldn't get charged. And this is all under the pattern of complaints of the Better Business Bureau. Don't even get me started on the complaints that we're seeing on Reddit. They don't have an option to cancel on their site, just pause a membership. You had to email support to cancel, then email them again to confirm. Still got charged even after doing that. And I didn't have a cent in my queue. They sent me one with an upcharge. Contacting support, they would send one message every other day saying no refunds. Here's another person from a month ago saying beware of Scentbird. Scentbird decided it was a good idea to steal my money. I requested to cancel my subscription on December 4th before the next billing date of December 11th. I never heard back. And on the 7th, I received an email saying my order would be processed soon. I emailed them again to reiterate I'm canceling. This is where things get incredibly shady.
I mean, at this point, bro, you just gotta call your bank, brother.
Either do that or do privacy.
Yeah.
But I ain't sponsored by them, so we ain't going to this full spiel.
Yeah, we ain't giving y'all no, y'all gotta hit us in the Discord to find
They
facts.
replied almost immediately on the 7th saying my account was cancelled and there would be no further charges. While they were saying this, I saw a charge from them hit my account, one that was not there just hours earlier. So they charged me as they were canceling, and it happened on a Sunday, which is pretty unusual time for billing to be processed. The timing felt like they were deliberately slipping a charge through before closing my account. To make matters worse, I noticed a second charge, but the next month on the 8th. And there are so many other people saying the exact same thing this week. Because if you look at the Trusted Pilot, they have 18,000 reviews. But if you look at all the reviews, oh my god, 3 minutes ago, just from today, there are maybe a dozen different complaints, all saying the same thing. People saying that they can't cancel, other people saying that it's misleading, other people saying that they didn't even receive their orders. I unsubscribed from Scentbird, but I still got a recent charge of $24. I need a refund. And there's pages and pages just from today and yesterday, all saying the exact same thing. So I guess they probably got a big influx of people subscribing because of the holidays and buying gifts, and now everyone is having the exact same shared experience. And let me show you what's going on here, because I want to go through the same process and try and cancel. So if I go to my membership, it tells me the things that I got, which is the Nosferatu. Wait, it's telling me what I'm getting next month, which I don't remember choosing. But for some reason, there's no way to cancel. How do I cancel? I can upgrade, I can manage. Oh, down here, you can either skip a month, change frequency, or if I want to cancel, I need to contact customer support. So I'm making a video saying, hello Scentbird team, I'm requesting to cancel my subscription effective immediately. Please confirm that my subscription has been canceled and that no further charges will be made on my account. Seems simple enough, but let's see if they reply. I don't know why you gotta do this. It's kind of ridiculous. It's like when I tried to cancel my gym membership and they wanted a handwritten letter delivered to the location that I went to.
Oh yeah. There be gyms that do that. Like you can't cancel over the phone. You gotta come in person. What, nigga? What? I got a busy lifestyle. I'm barely going to the gym as it is.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's a scam.
I signed up on the app, and now I have to cancel in person with a letter. If you're still on board with Scentbird, I guess that's fine, but let me tell you a little bit about the Scentbird CEO. This is the video that I've talked about before. I made an entire video on it. If you want to watch that, I'll leave the link in the description. But the Scentbird CEO is an insane crackpot of a human being. She has a YouTube channel that has over 100,000 subscribers or something like that. And for some reason, she decided to switch all of her content to spiritual content, which is fine. But the things that she's saying is insanely damaging, not only to her reputation, but the words she's saying itself are just extremely harmful.
Comments like when she described Hitler as being a great source of learning, and comparing the Holocaust to a video game scenario, stating that the millions who perished were provided with learning opportunities for their souls.
Like Hitler, he's one of the poster child for like being an evil person. Do you know how many millions of souls benefited from learning from the experience that he has created?
What?
So here you may put,
that is wow.
Like him and be like, oh, he's completely evil. And upstairs, his experience was the greatest, one of the greater, sources of knowledge of 3D planet Earth warfare. And that is benefiting so many different souls on their evolutionary path. So is he evil? Not really. I don't think so.
She also claimed that miscarriages are a choice.
Your body may choose to miscarry a child. It is actually not a slip of a tongue that I said choose to. Yes, our bodies choose to miscarry children. It's not an accident that happens, it's a choice. So understand that you are not a victim.
And cancer and other terminal illnesses stem from not fulfilling one's purpose.
People that get cancer, again, this is a generalization, but very often they're not aligned with their purpose. Either they know what their purpose is and they're not following it, or they don't know what their purpose is and that's why they're not following it. So actually the #1 best cure for cancer, believe it or not. Now this is not scientifically proven, but this is a spiritual channel. I believe.
I can't take it anymore. Can't take it anymore. I tried, chat. I tried my best. I stayed silent. I stayed solid. I'm looking at y'all because it's like, can you believe the bullshit coming out of her mouth, bro? Oh my God. I just couldn't take it anymore, bro.
That if people were to align with their life purpose, we would see a lot less cancer on planet Earth.
Not to mention how easily curable cancer can really be.
The heart is one of those energies that if your heart is activated internally, you can heal your whole body in a matter of days, you guys. If your heart truly is operating at the level that it is meant to operate for you, you could heal yourself from any disease. I don't care if it's cancer. I don't care if it's AIDS. It could be whatever, but you could heal yourself in the span of under 7 days. That is the power of the heart.
Oh, and this is my personal favorite.
If that's the case, right? There's plenty of Shaolin monks who have dedicated their time and energy and they still die of cancer. They still gotta go to the hospital, right? Why is that? Why? They got it more figured out than us. They spend their whole lives meditating.
Yeah.
They can still succumb to terminal illness. Why is that?
Closer to God.
Blue-eyed people
I think it's because we're human, bro.
than others or source, whatever, right? Because again, they connect upwards very, very easily.
And after all of this, there's no clarification, there's no apology, and for some reason, there's no separation between her personal brand and
man. So right here, she
so
gave me
some
type of dark energy.
What? Sacrifice.
Stop working with Scentbird. A lot of influencers stopped putting Scentbird ads on their videos.
What?
So let's be clear about something here. Scentbird
Tell me he's a vampire.
It's overpriced. It's bad.
Those
value.
canisters
Customer
might not
service
actually
is a
be
nightmare.
spraying out. It might be sucking in energy. Every time you spray it, energy gets sucked in.
She's getting fed. Another spray.
We got another sucker. Subscribed. Every time y'all boys subscribe for another money, get another canister, she get an alarm. Yes, more power. Oh God! Hey, this nigga's stupid, bro.
Man, for almost every
Where you
single
make
person
this
that has
shit
done
up?
with them. The reason it's done so well is because it's been propped up by influencer marketing, and we now know that the CEO has been damaging the reputation of the company with
she's
heinous
crazy.
words. And that's why people shouldn't even think about buying this. You're paying luxury prices, extremely cheap plastic. I've seen some people do a comparison with another company called Scentbox. The idea of Scentbox is exactly the same thing, but somebody who tried them both left a lengthy review, and they ultimately said, overall, if I had to choose, I'd more likely go with Scentbox. But it does still seem like Scentbox has the exact same problem as
Yo, at the end of the day, man, it seems like it's just cheaper. I'm always go ahead. Hey, by the way, shout out to this brother. Let me go ahead and leave a like on this video. Oh, hold on. That's the wrong one. Yeah. But yeah, shout out to this brother, this video. But it seems like it's just cheaper. Just buy a cologne, you know? And then if you want, you can go and buy those little sample canisters, you know, and then spray your favorite scents in there and you can travel with those, you know. And also, you know, another tip and trick I also learned, buy Vaseline. Buy shit tons of Vaseline and melt that bitch and spray your colognes in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you done extended the life of your cologne. Keep in mind though, you gotta keep the Vaseline sealed so that the scent won't change or it won't leave it.
Yeah.
But it's a smart way to keep that shit going.
Thanks.
Yeah, TRaw, what you gotta say?
Yeah, man. Obviously they broke it down. Scentbird is a scam, bro. So if y'all still decide to go with Scentbird or Scentbox or whatever other one of these scent companies, bro, make sure they have cancellation of the subscriptions, and make sure you can contact somebody if you have an issue with the products, man. Other than that, y'all boys just be ready to call y'all pink.
Facts. Or, you know, hit up their Discord. We'll tell you another way, man. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, man, love y'all. Great for y'all, man. Big rest videos on the channel. You already know. Catch y'all next one. We out.